2023 so far is shaping up to bring you back to the movie theater every week. Welcome to our channel. Today we're ranking the top 10 best movies of 2023 so far. Even though it's quite difficult to pick only the 10 best Hollywood movies of 2023 because there are so many that are really good. Get your popcorn ready, set, and let's go. Number 10. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. Frankly, when the description said that the Super Mario Bros. Movie was about Mario facing the all-powerful Bowser to stop him from his evil plans, to hold dominion over the entire world with the help of Princess Peach, we were all rightfully excited. It was equally exciting to find that the movie lived up to what feels like a millennium's buildup of expectations. The best part is definitely all the hidden Easter eggs. People were on the fence about Chris Pratt being cast, but he delivered. Charlie Day as Luigi Jack, Black as Bowser, and Anna Taylor-Joy as Princess, Joy Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Even if the storyline wasn't that great, this movie would have still been a blockbuster. So to have our race and win it too. Forgive the cliche, but Mamma Mia. Number 9. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Chris Pine and Dungeons & Dragons are words you never thought would belong in the same gasp, right? So imagine if Ocean's 11 met Lord of the Rings and they decided to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons. That's pretty much what you get with Honor Among Thieves. The film brings together a group of unlikely heroes who are forced to work together to pull off a heist with life-changing implications. But this is not your typical heist movie. The players are not just in it for the money. They are fighting for a noble cause and believe they are performing a service to their community. Plus, they have to contend with all sorts of classic D&D monsters and challenges, like dodge traps or dodge dragons. Number 8. Dune, Part 2. Dune, Part 2 is the next entry on our list. Denis Villeneuve, who also co-wrote the screenplay with John Spates for the upcoming epic science fiction film, is in charge of directing it. It is the second installment of a two-part adaptation of Frank Herbert's 1965 novel Dune, the sequel to Dune, 2021. Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, and Rebecca Ferguson play key roles in the movie. The movie will follow Paul Atreides' ongoing journey after he reunites with Chani and the Fremen. In his quest for vengeance against the criminals who murdered his family, he also makes an effort to avert a terrible future that only he can foresee. Warner Bros. Pictures has scheduled the release of Dune, Part 2, for November 3, 2023. Number 7. Mission: Impossible – Dead Reckoning, Part 1. The first installment of the upcoming action thriller spy film, Mission: Impossible. Dead Reckoning is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and co-written with Eric Jendresen. It is the 7th installment in the Mission: Impossible franchise and a sequel to Mission: Impossible. Fallout released in 2018. Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell, and Ving Rhames all play important roles in the movie. The plot of the film centers on Ethan Hunt and his IMF team trying to locate a lethal weapon before it gets into the wrong hands. On July 12, 2023, Paramount Pictures will release Mission: Impossible – Dead Reckoning, Part 1 in the US. Number 6. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania – The Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania is the next title on our list. Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly play the main characters in this superhero movie, which was released in 2023 and is based on a Marvel Comics character.
The Conqueror.
The movie is the follow-up to Ant-Man, 2015, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018, and it was made by Marvel Studios and released by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Peyton Reed was the director, and Jeff Loveness, Stan Lee, and Larry Lieber wrote the script. In the film, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne are taken into the quantum realm along with Cassie, Scott's daughter, and Hope's parents to face off against Kang the Conqueror. With approximately $476 million in global box office receipts, the movie is now the 5th highest grossing movie of 2023. Number 5. Fast X. The most recent entry is Fast X, which is also referred to as Fast and Furious 10. The action film is directed by Louis Leterrier and written by Dan Mazeau and Justin Lin. In the lead roles, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, and Vin Diesel can be seen. In the movie, Dom has to defend his family from Dante Reyes, who is out for blood after losing his family's fortune and his father. Critics gave the movie mixed reviews, praising Momoa's acting but faulting the script. Fast X is now the 7th highest grossing movie of 2023, after earning $377 million worldwide. Number 4. Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse. It is a 2023 animated superhero film featuring the Marvel Comics character Miles Morales. It is the follow-up to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2018 and takes place in an interconnected universe of parallel realms, known as the Spider-Verse. The plot centers on Miles Morales, who finds himself pulled into an enormous mission that takes him throughout the multiverse, where he teams up with Gwen Stacy and a fresh group of spider people to battle an opponent that is more formidable than any enemy they have ever faced. Miles, however, finds himself divided against the other spiders as the heroes disagree on how to deal with the emerging danger in order to save the ones he cares about the most. Miles defines what it takes to be a superhero. Everything about this movie, including the animations and the incredible action-packed multiverse story featuring spectacular visuals, is outstanding. This one does an excellent job with the extremely difficult multiverse concept, keeping you interested the entire time. Number 3. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is a 2023 epic biographical thriller film directed by Christopher Nolan. The film follows the story of the famous theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, who played a key role in the construction of the very first nuclear weapon. With Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, Emily Blunt portrays Oppenheimer's wife. Matt Damon played Colonel Leslie Groves and Robert Downey Jr. as Louis Strauss, a high-ranking official of the U.S. Atomic Power Council. The story takes place during World War II, when J. Robert Oppenheimer gets assigned by General Leslie Groves to participate in the classified program. Following that, Oppenheimer and a group of researchers worked tirelessly on building and constructing the atomic bomb, resulting in the world's very first nuclear detonation on July 16, 1945, which consequently altered the trajectory of human history. The plot concentrates on J. Robert Oppenheimer's career and successes, giving us an understanding of how events unfolded and more. Perhaps it's becoming too usual to refer to Christopher Nolan's movies as masterpieces, but this film is indeed one, and has an absolutely incredible and majestic plot that will leave you speechless. Number 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The third highest grossing film of 2023 has earned over $673.1 million worldwide and received favorable reviews from critics and audiences. Director James Gunn set the stage by saying that Volume 3 will be the biggest and most emotional Guardians movie yet. So, retaking their mantles of Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot embark on another high-stakes adventure to save the galaxy in the latest installment in Marvel's epic space opera. Marvel is notoriously and hilariously tight-lipped about spoilers, so we also won't spoil too much. Number 1. John Wick, Chapter 4. Chapter 4 promises to take things to even greater heights of suspense and action. And if you thought the body count was high in the previous films, just wait until you see what the writers have in store for the 4th installment. Reeves has promised that Chapter 4 will explore more of Wick's backstory, which should add some depth to the character and make us care even more about his journey. But let's be real. The real draw of John Wick isn't just the action. It's Keanu Reeves. The man oozes cool and wholesome, and his portrayal of John Wick is a perfect mix of charm, vulnerability, and sheer badassery. We will undoubtedly see an outstanding array of Hollywood films that have fascinated and entertained audiences all over the world in 2023. This list also includes upcoming Hollywood films that are anticipated to open to strong box office returns and are eagerly anticipated by audiences. That's all for today. What is your favorite 2023 movie? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest videos. See you in the next video.